I like to listen to my friends on the Old Skool Movements podcast. You understand?
Yes, we're back in another episode of Old Skool Movements podcast.
Guess who's Bazak?
We're Bazak, you know.
Guess who's Bazak? Let's have the horns, the traditional horns.
Traditional horns going off for part 2 of our Biscuits. The Biscuits part 2.
It's going to be another classic. Unlike the Rich Tea biscuit.
Because there's so many biscuits to go through. And, there could be a part 3. We could do a Return of the Jedi.
We'll be back.
There could be more. There's so many biscuits to choose from.
We could talk about the Return of the Jedi biscuits, if you remember them. Do you remember them?
Exactly.
The coloured biscuits. They were like a yellow, a red, and the ET ones.
Whenever a movie come out, biscuits were about.
Yeah.
Rainbow coloured biscuits. Yeah. Big old biscuit. They're expensive.
They were expensive,
They're expensive, innit?
They tied in with the film, innit? Along with the cereal and every other bit of merchandise they hit the kids with in the 80s.
Yeah.
And we were suckers, innit?
Yeah.
What kind of biscuits were they?
I'm thinking they were like a niece. They were like a niece, but they were dyed different colours. I'm sure they had that coconutty, sugary bit on the top and a bit coconutty flavor. I'm sure they were like just a niece, but because they were Star Wars and they had like, I think it had Yoda on one, R2 on another, if I remember.
I remember them ones, but I thought they were just plain coloured, the Star Wars ones. But I remember the ET being like green, orange, and blue.
Yeah, and I thought the Star Wars ones were too. I thought they were the same sort of ones.
Could be right.
Do you know what I used to love back in the day? Remember the little animal biscuits?
Yeah.
Yeah. They still do them,
They still do them with chocolate one side.
They don't taste the same.
No, they don't taste the same. In the box, innit? Like a box of Ritz.
Animal Magic, what they call it.
I thought they were animal biscuits, isn't it? Just animal.
They were just Cadbury's
animal biscuits. Yeah.
Yeah, they were nice.
They were wicked.
Yeah.
Childhood party favourite.
If I ever see them, I'm clapping them.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna attack them.
Go hunting.
I'm on the lookout now. The animal biscuits.
I used to love them.
They were lovely, innit?
They
You
were
could
good.
get through a pack just like that.
Yeah,
But were they chocolate digestives in disguise, in little shapes of animals?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It could be.
Maybe not as sweet. I felt a bit more sort of a bit more oaty or
like
something.
Wholemeal.
A bit more wholemeal, wasn't it? Yeah,
Digestive with
just
chocolate
dipped
on
in
the top.
chocolate. Yeah, they were good. They were like a
They had
digestive.
some flavour, man.
Yeah, but that was a good call. Yeah, I remember
They were
getting them
good.
after school and just
Well,
battering them, watching Inspector Gadget.
yeah.
Hit it.
They were nice. But it's not in our list. As much
not in
as
the list.
we're talking about them and rave about, they're not in our list because there's so many biscuits to go through, ladies and gentlemen, that they just didn't get in. They just didn't get in. So here we go for part 2 of the biscuits
Let's do this. Going back in time.
with me, Mr. Lucas.
Myself, Chris.
Stacks.
And Leroy.
There we go. Biscuits, part 2. And
Let's go.
okay, so we're doing 6 this time, ladies and gentlemen. I know we've done
I'm trying to
5
fit them all in.
We wanted to fit these in for you guys too. So let's go with our biscuits. Okay, so at top, the first one we're going to go with. Remember, this ain't really in particular order of what we think are the best. We're just putting them all in, and then we calculate a winner and we have a winner. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what they go in. It's just going to pit them against each other. So the first one, this one had an advert that was it was more popular than the biscuit.
Than the
back in
biscuit,
the
yeah.
days. Everybody loved this advert.
It was
And
distinctive.
because it had 3 different things going on: caramel, chocolate, and biscuit, right?
Oh, I
Yeah,
think I know.
Yeah. And what did that make? What did those 3 things make, guys? What was it?
Do you want us to sing it?
Who's gonna
Yeah,
start?
man.
Who's gonna sing it?
I'm trying to be quiet. I don't want to shout.
Susie and her big mouth.
Susie.
What did she used to say?
What she used to say?
Trio.
Trio. Yes.
Oh, the trio and I
Want one now.
Susie. How do you know her name?
Didn't it?
Susie, I remember it, Susie.
It's too
Wow.
loud.
Wow.
The man in the bongos used to say it's too
Susie.
loud.
Yes.
I remember the bongo.
Yes, he did.
He
Wow.
was saying, Susie, calm it down, it's too loud. Keep
Yeah.
it down, big mouth.
Oh, man.
Her mouth was wide open.
Wow.
Her head flipped
Yeah.
back, like
Didn't
Yeah,
it?
it flipped back.
flipped back,
Wow.
like a hippo.
the little plant, Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yes, Susie, man, and a big mouth.
So that's Susie with the big mouth and the trio, and that's up against another bar that had its own song as well. It's like the Bucks Fizz of songs, and do you know what I mean? And that was a breakaway. Don't take away
my breakaway.
That's all
Remember
I can
those?
remember. Yeah, I can remember that.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's like making your mind up. To me, it's the same kind of feeling.
I thought it was Superman.
The Bucks Fizz.
Yeah. The Bucks Fizz of biscuits. Okay, so trio versus breakaway. So we're going.
Ooh.
Last time we done dunkability and flavor. We're going to stick with that, ladies and gentlemen. Trio versus breakaway, guys. What you saying? Who's first?
I'll go first. It's tough. They're both tasty, but for me, I don't dunk either of those. So no, dunkability doesn't come into play here.
Zero.
But I think I prefer a trio over a breakaway. So I'm going to give trio a 4. I'm going to give breakaway a 3. Breakaway, they're all right. They're nice.
Okay. Because they're both biscuit chocolate based.
Yeah.
But trio, it's got the added caramel. That's the.
That's what made it though, yeah. And the ratio of chocolate to biscuit to caramel was perfect. I don't think to this day, I don't think I've tasted a better little caramel bar than trio.
Could you break them into squares?
Yeah, three
so,
squares.
yeah.
And they were in three little
squares,
segments.
yes, you're right.
And I used to dunk them. And the reason I like dunking them is because
Surprise, Chris.
everything melted quicker than the biscuit, if you know what I mean. So when you took a bite of it, everything would slide off of it, the caramel, the chocolate, and then you'll be left with a bit of soggy biscuit at the end. They were wicked dunkers. They were really good dunkers, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to part 1 of the podcast, Biscuits, you would have heard that Chris dunked his McDonald's fries in a McDonald's milkshake. Strawberry flavour.
Plenty of people do that. Yeah, it has to be strawberry. Done that, really.
Chris
Done
would
that.
dunk anything, mate.
Yeah, some things need a dunk, but
The dunker.
I don't do tomato ketchup, so I don't dunk things in. I ain't a tomato ketchup person. I don't dunk things in tomato ketchup.
So you use milkshakes instead of tomato ketchup.
Milkshake
Yeah,
and tea, I'd rather dunk stuff in that, man. I'll give it some scores. And so trio, I'm going to give trio for dunking. They're really good. I'm going to give them a 4. And for flavour, I'm going to give them a 4. Breakaway for me, they were a bit plain. They didn't do much. They were just biscuit with chocolate, weren't they? They were nothing special about them. I think if I wanted a biscuit chocolate, do you remember Cadbury snacks? We used to get 6 little biscuits in a packet.
Yeah, those are nice.
I'd always go for them, because I felt like I was getting 6 of them. I felt like I was getting a bit more. So I'm breakaway. I didn't have them too much. So I'm going to give them, for Dunkin', I'll give them a 3, but for flavour, I'm going to give them a 2.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and then for me, I prefer trio. Even though I had breakaways more than trios, as weird as that sounds. Yeah, I'm gonna go for 4 for trio and 3 for breakaways, but I didn't dunk them. I wasn't Chris. So yeah, I didn't dunk them.
Okay, well, it seems like Chris is the only dunker,
I'm the only dunker
in this
here, man.
section.
Yeah, the only dunker for that. Come on, Chris. That's disrespecting
I
the
don't like
biscuits.
any of these biscuits, and I don't like any of them. I don't like any of these 2 biscuits.
What?
What?
Yeah, listen. For me, a trio is just a big version of Munchies. If I had a packet of Munchies in front of me or a trio, I'd have Munchies. Yeah, it's just that in a different disguise. I'm having Munchies. Yeah, with a forest fruit Ribena.
Munchies are quite tasty.
So,
though,
Do you realise, Darren? You do realise you're coming across as a Victor Meldrew right now.
I'm going
They
across
say I might
with
as well face the truth that I am just too long in the tooth.
These were lunchbox snacks. These ones they were chucked in my lunchbox.
Yeah.
So
And you know what? Munchies are bloody expensive.
yeah, I never got them in my lunchbox.
Munchies were well expensive back in the day.
But
And the mint version ones as well. Yeah, them ones-
Sometimes you can only find them at the train station, and they're like, they were so expensive.
true.
They were
true.
expensive.
it's true. But
Even back in the
Munchies
day, they were over
expensive,
a quid.
man.
I'm saying it's
I
an
swear they're
experience
still
of
expensive.
if you go in the shop and you see all the different kind of biscuits like trios, and we're going to mention some more now soon.
You're
I'm
gonna
not
pick
gonna-
munchies.
I'm not picking a trio for that entertainment. For that bar entertainment, it's not a trio for me.
Yeah, but back in the day, trio was big.
Yeah, that trio was good. The flavour is a little bit for me. It's
Yes,
a little
like,
bit different as well, but it's good.
I weren't a fan.
What are you gonna score trio for flavour then?
Okay, so
How low do you go?
base. I'm giving limbo scores. In it.
Ooh.
Touching the floor scores.
I'm giving the trio a 3. I'm giving the trio a 3.
3. I thought you were gonna go at Desmond then, man.
No. Limbo scores, and for the breakaway, that is a Desmond. That's a 2. That's
It's a
2.
2. It's a
It's
2.
a 2. Yeah, it's a 2. Yeah.
Okay, all right, Victor.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. So there's no dunk there. So,
okay.
but these two, the next two, I can kind of get excited about. Stacks ain't gonna get excited about these two. But these two,
These are exciting.
for me, they're exciting biscuits because, again, I have these with I'm having them with orange squash, and it's that. I still buy them now. I still got a version of it now, and that's the pink wafer.
It's got that taste like no other wafer, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
only pink wafer tastes like that.
The pink wafer is it joins every gang. It's in every biscuit gang. You know when you get them biscuits at Christmas, the Rover
the tin.
biscuits,
Yeah.
the tin.
Yeah.
The pink
It's in
wafer
there.
has to be in
It's
the group.
in there. And it's one of the first to go.
Yeah, the pink wafer. It's the flavor biscuits. It's there. It's in the group. It's the backup, and people enjoy them. Do you know what I mean? The main ones are there, but this is a good backup biscuit.
It's entertaining.
It's pink wafer. Remember that Pink Panther ones? I said you get them in Christmas tins.
Mhm.
You get them. Pink wafer. Okay, so up against the pink wafer is, as I said, I've got one in my hand, and I love these. These are big. These are big. Wafer and chocolate. Blue ribbon.
Classic.
Blue.
Lunchbox.
Oh
classic.
wow.
Lunchbox Classic.
So when I say
Wow.
I've got like, if you try these like timeout wafers.
The timeout wafers, yeah.
Timeout and blue ribbons are different. They're
Yeah.
not the same.
And blue ribbons ain't what they used to be.
I bought a pack the other day.
And I think timeouts are better. than
Yeah,
blue ribbons.
timeouts are better.
They've changed to something in blue ribbons a couple of years back. They changed. I was a regular buyer of blue ribbons, and they used to taste like how I remember them up until a few years back. There's something different now. I did look into it, and they've outsourced the chocolate from Poland, is what I read. They're getting now manufactured in Poland. They changed the plant. I think it was blue ribbons I read that about. But yeah, I was upset with the taste. That's why I thought, hey, I'm gonna Google what's gone wrong with the taste.
So where's the chocolate before coming from?
UK. Nestle. I think it's Nestle's. I think Sean Nestle's done them.
But what about that other one that had a wafer? And is it called caramel? It's like a wafer chocolate. It's like a blue ribbon brand. Ribbon.
That's the Tunnocks one.
Yeah, there's caramel in it.
Just called caramel, isn't it?
Called caramel, isn't it?
Like gold and
Chunky.
silver. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like that one
yeah.
because it's chewy.
Yeah,
chewy and chunky.
Oh yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah, I like that one,
They're
man.
good.
But again, they've always been a bit expensive. Them ones, man. They weren't
Yeah,
like
Yeah,
pink
that-
blue ribbon
that-
prices.
That's luxury wafer.
They were luxury ones. Yeah.
That's luxury wafer. But Chris, you remember Limbo budget wafer? You remember we used to do this, Chris? Remember this is Limbo budget wafer. Remember we used to go to the shop. Remember when you could buy a little block of ice cream?
Yes, and a pack
two
of
wafers.
wafers.
We
Yes,
used to buy the wafer
just the wafers and
Yeah.
eat the pack
for
of
like
wafers.
5p.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, but
budget
those-
Limbo wafer.
Those
Right.
tasted terrible.
No, they were big.
If you could get like the heart shape, remember like the heart shaped wafer that you could like use as a scoop. That
Yeah,
wafer tasted
yeah.
wicked. That one tasted
Mate.
better than all the other wafers.
Mate. There was a time. Remember we used to eat rice pay from wafers to like
Yeah,
budget sweets.
paper.
That's like next levels
the
budget
bakers
sweets.
would
So,
sell
hey,
you that. The bakers would sell you like an ice cream cone with a bit of old marshmallow in the top, innit? We used to buy them, man. They were a treat.
Yeah, I remember Coombs, isn't it? You go in there, you just buy.
Ice cream cone,
Yeah.
marshmallow dipped in hundred and thousands.
ice cream cone with marshmallow. I remember they were 15p.
Oh yeah,
They
I
were
think they were.
big.
I think they were like
They were
pence. I
big.
thought they were like pence, like 5p or something, or 8p or something.
They probably went there. Then before they left, 15p was the last
15p
price.
was the last price.
Mate, I followed their journey, but then you could get chocolate hundreds of thousands, but there was a time when it was cat, and the marshmallow didn't go down into the cone.
Ah, it was a
so the
little bit
marshmallow
on
just
top.
stayed at the top bit. It's like,
Yeah. You end up
Mate.
just with a wafer cone,
Just
a
a
dry wafer
cone.
cone.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, that's budget wafer, guys. But let's go back to the wafer and the biscuits we're doing now. So pink wafers versus the blue ribbon. So as I said, I want to give pink. I don't dunk them, but in flavour, pink wafers are tops. It's 5 from me. It's a 5 from me. I love pink wafers.
Yeah,
Straight to the top.
they're
with
exceptional.
Blue ribbon, as Chris was saying, they were good back in the day, and they were a treat. So I'm giving them a 4.
That. Okay.
I'm the same. Pink wafers flavour. They're on their own. They're in that elite range. They're for me. I'm going to give them a 5. I'm going to give them a 5 as well. Dunking, yeah, I'll dunk them. They're good. You have to be quick though. You got to be quick dunking. So they're only going to get a 2, but they're still a good dunker.
And Clint Eastwood dunks.
Clint Eastwood dunk.
And Lee Van Cleef dunks.
Quick things.
Blue ribbons can take it a bit more, so they're going to get a 3 for dunking. But I'd give them a 4 for flavour, but that's based on the old flavour, and because they're not nice now, man. I'm going to give them a 2.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question, Chris? You see, you like dunking. Does it have to be a certain drink you're dunking it with? Is it always tea? Like somebody's with coffee or something?
No, majority tea.
Always tea.
Always tea, I think. Yeah, tea and a
Tea or
biscuit.
milkshake.
Yeah, coffee. I don't want to spoil it with the sweetness of a biscuit, because I have my tea with not much milk and not much sugar. But coffee, I have.
Not 6 sugars.
Nah, not in tea. I have it quite strong and not too sweet. So I like dunk it. Today I had some digestives in it. After the last podcast, I bought hobnobs. I went looking for what flavours you can get them, and the weirdest flavour I found was treacle toffee flavour.
What?
They were okay.
That's sweet.
Yeah, they were a
sweet.
bit. It was the treacle taste that was like. I thought I'd like it, but I ate the pack
sweet
over a
one.
few days. But
Still ate them all.
and I haven't had biscuits for a while. But since I started talking about biscuits, when I've been buying some.
So those treacle ones, did you dunk all them?
Yeah. I couldn't eat them on their own; they're too dry. I think that's it for me. I'm not great with dry things. I like moist sloppy things. So yeah, I'd rather dunk stuff. Maybe my teeth are not
say
as good.
sloppy as well. Moist is alright.
I thought sloppy was better than moist.
Nah.
They're both as bad as each other.
Who's up next for
Okay.
scoring?
Yeah. Who's up next?
Yeah, I'll go up. Pink wafers. When I was a kid, I used to love pink wafers.
There
Maybe
you
I had
go.
too many, and so
So that's where we are. We're in our childhood.
yeah. But
We're in our childhood taste buds. Childhood taste buds.
You get the pink
Okay.
dust
That's
as
where
well
we
in
are.
the packet. You used to get the pink dust, and they were in like a block that you had to sort of break. Ah,
You know,
Oh
I
yeah.
I want to go top drawer, but there's other biscuits. I don't even know if they're on the list, but there's other biscuits that are ahead of the
Yeah,
pink
but
wafer.
don't think
oh
about them
yeah,
now.
yeah. There's still some other biscuits.
Think
ahead,
about
but
these.
out of these 2, yeah. Don't judge them against other biscuits.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go 5 for the pink wafers.
Doing good for flavour.
Although I don't like them now at all.
Yeah, that's all good. That's all good.
And I'm gonna go 3 on the blue ribbons. Yeah.
All right, Leroy, what are you saying?
Well, it all seems like kumbaya and it all seems like hallelujah, the pink wafer. But boys, lads and guys, and those listening, I'm gonna have to disagree. I could not stand the pink wafer. When you used to see it in the Rover's tin biscuit, that, oh my God, it was disgusting. And I was hoping you wouldn't even mention the pink wafer on this podcast.
No.
Oh
Classic.
my God. Zero.
They are the biscuit.
Zero.
Zero.
Biscuit.
I'm
Zero?
sorry. I'm
Zero.
sorry. I morphed into Statler and Waldorf from this
my
one.
God.
Ho. No. Sorry. No.
Oh, no.
Pink wafer, disgusting.
Oh, no.
The ribbon,
Shocking.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's shocking, mate. That's
you know, I like the advert of Blue Ribbon. Remember when the guy was singing and making all these noises and everyone's running out the house? If you can envision, remember
I
that.
remember Blue
Yeah.
Ribbon advert, you know?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to see him in Lipton's and say, I want them. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that advert. No.
Yeah, there was. And unfortunately, I'm going to turn into Cyril Sneer on this one.
Oh.
I'm giving it a low rating. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. This is Big Baracus. I'm giving it 1. Blue Ribbon.
Limbo
Can't stand
scoring.
it.
All right.
Could no, I've gone lower than Limbo.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I've gone seabed deep.
Okay. Them submarine schools, man. Okay.
Yeah, and it's good night from me, and it's good night from him. Good night.
All right. Okay. That's harsh. That's
Not
harsh.
having it. Not having it.
Have it. Disrespecting those biscuits, man. That's all right. Okay. After that outburst from Leroy, don't worry, we'll edit that.
I ain't eating no pink wafer.
We're not going to hear Leroy's review in the final edit.
Can you just say they were lovely, and then we can just edit that?
Yeah, we're just going to piece
All
together.
downloaded on its own.
Yeah, we're going to piece together past podcasts of good things he said about biscuits and put it in for the wafers. But yeah, our next biscuits coming up are not crumbly. They're nice, soft biscuits. And the first one, they've come in so many other forms. Other companies have tried to make them, but they don't taste as good as the McVitie ones. And you know, the name alone could confuse people.
These are controversial, yeah. Are they?
They're controversial. What are they? I love them. We all love them, man. The advert was big. Remember, you had a hat and it was the shape of a Jaffa cake. Jaffa cakes. Jaffa cakes. Remember the Jaffa cake guy?
Nice, man.
And then a Jaffa cake hat.
I forgot about the Jaffa cake, man.
Yeah, the cake and a yellow. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about the Jaffa cake, man.
The Jaffa cake man with the Jaffa cake hat, man. Yeah, I love a Jaffa cake. Okay, so up against a Jaffa cake, this is going to be an easy one for Stacks, probably. Up against a Jaffa cake is another kind of cake. You know, they're both cakes, but this one's a small. I used to love these.
Yeah, I still do.
Still love them. Some had jam in the middle, some didn't. Yeah, and that's the marshmallow tea cakes.
Ooh.
In the silver foil.
So we got the Jaffa cakes versus the marshmallow tea cakes, both of the cake name. But you're not going to put candles with it and blow them out for your birthday, are you? But they are still good little nibbles while you're having a hot beverage or
this is hard.
You always find these in the biscuit aisle. They're always down the biscuit aisle, and to me, they are like little cakes. But because the size of them, they're biscuit-sized cakes. So, are they a biscuit? Are they a cake? But yeah, Jaffa cakes are wicked, man. Always like the Jaffa cake.
So what are you saying? What are you going to give Jaffa cake then, Chris?
So again, for dunking, I know you guys ain't going to be dunking these, but Jaffa cakes ain't great dunkers because the sponge bit melts. But what Jaffa cakes are great for is deconstructive eating. You know when you take things apart, like when you eat a Twix, like you bite the toffee off it. I love doing this with Jaffa cakes. Nibble off all the chocolate, peel off the sponge bit, so you're left with just the orange on its own. Jelly. If you crack it right, you can crack all the chocolate off. They're good for doing that. So
crack it right,
So dunking, they ain't great. I'm only gonna.
That orange bit is weird on its own when you extract.
I like that. That's like eating jelly.
Weird,
jelly out the packet before you put the hot water on it. It's like eating that, and I used to love doing that. So.
You're like a jar war of biscuits, just taking things apart and just doing your own thing.
Deconstructive.
Wow.
So flavour, I'm giving them a 5, man. Jaffa cakes are wicked. Tea cakes, I ain't even tried dunking them because that's going to be a mess. If you're going M&S and getting them jammy tea cakes now, them ones are the better ones.
Yeah, they are.
But the standard tonic ones, they're good because they're big, but they're just sweet marshmallowy chocolate. So I'm gonna give them a 2 for flavour.
Okay, all right.
That's me done.
Stacks, what are you saying?
Well, I don't like marshmallow.
Yep.
So your tea cakes are getting a zip from
we discovered that on previous podcasts.
On previous podcasts. So yeah, nothing for the marshmallow thing there. What's the other thing?
Jaffa cakes.
Jaffa cakes. I like Jaffa cakes. I like them. They're not great, but I like them.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna go for the 3 for Jaffa Cakes. I don't dunk these. These ain't getting dunked.
Yeah, just the 3
So
for flavor.
three for Jaffa Cakes.
Leroy?
Yeah, well, Jaffa Cakes for me, from childhood to adulthood, is the same. I can go for a whole pack of Jaffa Cakes.
They are more.
My
Easily,
goodness.
easily.
My goodness, I've got a mate. My goodness, when he comes round, it's just Jaffa Cakes. He knows who he is. He's listening. Listening to the podcast. You know who you are. Anyway,
He needs a Jaffa Cake hat and a cape.
listen, yeah, I should give it to him. Yeah, so the Jaffa Cakes, I'm giving 5. Yeah.
They're good. The flavor, man. The mix is good.
They're flavoursome, man. Yeah.
How are you guys
love the
feeling
Jaffa
about these? They've had some like cherry ones and pineapple and lime.
Nah,
Yes.
Yeah, I quite
I was
like all
just
the
about
flavors.
to. Yeah, I was just about to mention that as well, because Jaffa Cakes are still going strong.
They've always been orange for our years growing up, wasn't it? It's only more recently
Yeah.
they've started changing the jelly now, and yeah, I like them. I like all these mixes of flavors.
Yeah, the cranberry version.
I ain't tried that.
I bought that. That's nice.
Ah,
And
The pineapple one's nice, man.
Yeah, I like the
and
pineapple
the
ones.
passion.
I haven't tried that
Not
one.
for me.
That one
I
was
can't deal with these different flavors. It's orange or nothing. Straight up, I can't. It's like orange is just barely palatable.
You've got to be adventurous.
It's gonna be adventurous, man. Yeah.
orange and chocolate's a good mix.
Open your mind.
Exactly.
Stacks. Open your mind, Stacks.
Mr. Jaffa.
Yeah.
Jaffa Cakes. Go. What's your score, man?
So 5.
5 and a 0, no dunking.
No dunking. I wouldn't disrespect a Jaffa Cake like that. Are you mad? No. So, and then the tea cake, we're talking about the one in the orange box, right? Silver and red foil.
Yeah, that's like the ton. Yeah, the
Listen,
plain-
oh my days. That's another one I could go through the whole pack.
Yeah, they're good.
Attack the whole pack.
Attack.
5 plus 5.
5 and a 5.
Okay.
Why are you liking them?
Okay.
You found your favourites, right?
Listen,
Tea cakes are good. They are good.
they are nice, man.
Very good. Oh, I'm gonna say Jaffa Cakes.
Here we go. Here it comes.
5.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jaffa Cakes are good. Jaffa Cakes are good. You know, yeah. And tea cakes 5.
Really liking that flavour.
Good. They're both good
Yeah.
because both of
This
them
is what I'm
are
talking
something.
about.
They're nice. They're both nice and soft. The flavour
Moorish.
Yeah,
Moorish. And
Yeah,
so you
they're
can go
Moorish.
through the pack, but they have. But with Jaffa Cakes, as I was saying at the beginning, they can only be McVitie's.
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
you can't buy that,
I'll eat the
yeah,
other
if the other ones
brands,
are-
but they won't taste
Nah,
as good.
nah.
They won't. They
I will
won't
eat
be
the
like,
other brands,
I
but
don't
they
care
won't
who
taste
made
as
them. I don't care if they're Harrods
Nah,
or whatever
but-
version. You're not
Yeah.
beating
It's true.
The original ones.
McVitie's Jaffa Cake.
Yeah.
You know,
They are the
Yeah,
best.
yeah.
100%.
but
They are
but
the best.
but
If you're
but
listening,
with
McVitie's.
but with tea cakes, you can have other brands and still get the experience. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
You know
It's
what
like
I mean?
No,
M&S used to do M&S, the
M&S.
jammy ones.
Dodgy marshmallows.
Yeah.
Them ones were one of the best ones I tasted.
Yeah, M&S are good.
When they're in gold
Yes.
wrappers, if I'm just
Yeah.
plain gold. Them
They
ones
were
were
good.
amazing.
They were good. But big up McVitie's because all through these podcasts, it's just the McVitie show.
It's
The
McVitie's.
McVitie show. So
Yeah, man.
yeah.
They make the
Yeah.
best biscuits, isn't it?
Wherever you hide them, they always find them.
Exactly. Biscuits, so go. So,
That's what I'm talking about.
but Jaffa Cakes, come on, man, they are amazing. They are, yeah. Okay.
They are good.
But the sad thing is, you know, because we don't dunk them, the scoring at the end is not going to give it its justice.
Yeah, it's
But
not
hey,
going to give it its true reflection now.
But hey, this
Yeah.
is
It is what it is.
This is how it is. Okay, so the next two we got, you know, kind of like the animal biscuits. These were there as well. They mingled with the animals. I was at the party with the animals as well.
These are party classics.
yeah,
Yeah,
these
Party
are party
classics.
classics. Party classics, and they're both iced. And like,
Oh, I think I know.
you know, you can have a mini pack or you can have a big pack of
The
these.
party
and
pack.
or the party pack. And these are the party rings. The party
Party
rings.
Yeah.
Party ain't a party without party rings, man.
Party rings.
Yeah, I remember them.
When I said
yeah.
earlier, I think there's other biscuits that top some of the biscuits we've been talking. Now we're talking.
Up against party rings is another it's a biscuit, but it's a small
a
biscuit.
mini biscuit.
It's a biscuit that'd be a cake for an action man.
Yeah,
This-
like a wedding cake.
yeah. This is the biscuit, and these ones biscuits. I don't know. The iced gems.
Ice
Gems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ice gems are good
Wow.
as well, you know.
Ice gems are good. Again,
Ice
deconstructive.
gems.
You need to bite the icing off.
Nah, for real though.
If you were to put a handful of these in your mouth, that's like eating gravel. Your mouth is going to be ripped apart by that.
Yeah.
It has to be bite the icing off, suck that bit for a bit, and then eat the little biscuit.
Listen,
Alright.
you're not wrong there.
The techniques of
You're not wrong
Yeah,
there.
man. You
Biscuit
need-
connoisseur. You're a biscuit connoisseur, you know.
Ice gems have got a technique, definitely.
Biscuit. Okay, so give us your score then, Chris. You're in the zone.
Ah.
The biscuit zone. What are you saying for the iced gems?
Party rings are wicked dunkers because the icing bit melts and they just taste really good. So for dunking, I'm going to give them a 4. But again, in the 80s, these were like classic 80s biscuits. The colours of them, the design
Yeah.
of them, they
Yeah.
were like neon
Yeah.
pinks and yellows.
Yeah.
But nowadays, they've taken the E numbers out, they've taken the colourings out. They're all natural colourings. So if you buy a packet now, they look purple and they look pastel
Yeah.
pink, whereas they were
Yeah.
vibrant and bright, and they're not the
Yeah.
same as what they used to be again. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
if I'm saying flavour now, they're not as good as what they were. But I'm going to give them a 4 because they're a classic and I loved them back in the day. A 4 and a 4 for me. And ice gems.
How are you dunking ice gems? That's what I was dying to hear. You
You
get a
can't
big,
dunk
you
ice
get a big
gems.
Can't you
spoon,
put it in a
and
spoon?
and
Put
put
it in a
5
spoon.
on, and then put them in your tea and shovel
Yeah.
them down.
Could do that. I haven't tried it, but no, for me, it's not a dunking thing because they're too small. So I can't. It's going to be a 0 dunk. Flavor, they're all right though. They're good little flavors. But yeah, they do damage if you have more than one at a time. So I'm going to give them a 3.
A 3 for
Three.
the ice.
I prefer
Gems.
the party rings. They're wicked.
Yeah. But
Let me
you
say.
know, there's a small pack as well that you can get.
The
Small
mini ones.
packs,
Miniature
or the
party
yeah.
rings.
Yeah, you can get
Like
miniature
literally
ones.
party. Like here's a pack. Here's a pack. Literally
Exactly.
stacks. We saying.
Hey, party rings. Top boy biscuit.
Yeah.
It's going straight number 5. No questions. Party rings. Like even now, when I used to take the kids to the parties and that, I just be hovering around the party rings.
In the party rings. In the party rings.
Party
Yeah.
rings.
You're just looking at other people's children like, you gonna eat that?
It's funny though, isn't it? Because when we was in our 20s, it's where the party at, but now we're older, we're the party rings.
The party
It's
rings.
just, it's just a different lookout now.
You know?
But yeah.
But you know what? Ice gems back in the day, big. They would, you know.
Yeah,
and
they were big.
I don't know. It's tough, you know. But I think, let me bring myself back to 1980s, and if that's the case, then it's 5 for party rings and 5 for ice gems.
Okay.
Top
Definitely, because those two were, mate, they were like the best biscuits.
Iconic 80s biscuits, man.
Yeah.
Alright.
Couldn't be.
Alright. Anyway, what are we saying?
Yeah, well, sorry, it's another grot bags moment here. Sorry,
Can we
man.
remove this guy from the podcast?
I'm gonna have to play the role of grot
So
bags.
we can't hear you properly.
Yeah,
We lose the
can you break
connection.
it up.
Is that somebody at the door? Somebody at the
Oh,
door.
there's somebody.
Oh, there's somebody at the door.
Yes, these blasted biscuits. In the words of grot bags.
Gold
Yes.
grots.
Well,
Tell us.
yeah. I'm sorry, but with the party rings, they look pretty, but they were just too hard for me. I just didn't like
They needed a dunk.
That's the whole point of the dunk, man.
No. I just wasn't. No. They got ignored. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Well, no, grot bags would be sorry. So no, I'm not sorry. So they're getting a score, seabed deep, 1. And then ice gems as well. That was another thing as
They
well.
were hard though.
That's what I'm saying. And ice gems, no, not for me. Grot bags, lowly score of 1 as well.
Damn.
Okay. Oh, no, okay. Because you know, I second that.
Thank you,
Chris. We have problems.
Thank you.
Civil War. Right, but I'm not the ice gems. There was something about them that was. It was a frustrating bit. One a biscuit. What is it? What are you? It was just no.
It's 2 in 1. It's biscuit and icing.
They were made by mistake as well. They were made by mistake.
How were they made?
Let's hear the origins of the mistake.
Going back to 1850, a baker was baking cakes or cookies or biscuits, and these ones just come out extra small. And they thought, you know what, these could catch on. So they started selling them, and then it weren't until about 60 years later they thought, let's tart them up by putting a bit of icing on top. So in about 1910 they put the icing on top, and ever since then they've been at every kid's party going, really.
Okay, so then how do they come out small? What kind of they try to make big biscuits and they come out the size of half a piece.
They're experimenting. It was a company called Huntley and Palmer in Reading in Berkshire. They're experimenting on new biscuit technology, and whatever they done, when they come out of the oven, they were that size. And they thought, let's try it and just see how it goes having mini biscuits. And they did catch on for 50, 60 years. People were buying them just plain without the icing. And then it went until 1910 they added the icing, and then they really took off and been about ever since.
Are these the people then? Have they started shrinking humans ever since? Because this is very suspicious how these people managed to shrink normal sized things and made a business out of it.
They got all the wagon wheels at some point.
Yeah, they got to wagon wheels. They got to a lot of things. They got to Snickers. They got to a lot of things.
Yeah.
Hey, there's something. We need to investigate these people. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yes, sorry, I was saying yes. So
scores
for me. Yeah, the scores for the ice gems. I said they're cack. So I'm giving them. There's no. I don't want them a 0. There's no.
Thank you.
You know what? I tried. You know what? In my mind just now, I tried to picture when I was little and I got them. Was I happy?
No.
I was. They cheered me up when I got a pack when I was little. Man. They cheered me up.
They were just
like mini.
boring.
No.
They were boring. They were like watching Fresh Fields. It just didn't do anything.
Thank you. Or ever decreasing circle.
Yeah.
They weren't bad.
Them biscuits.
Butterflies.
Yes, Prime Minister.
Yeah,
that's a good.
I just couldn't. No. I think what flavour was the icing? What was it I was eating? I don't know.
Just icing.
No, I used to try and guess. Is there a flavour like?
And you didn't conclude anything, did you? Nothing happened.
Not really. No, I used to think, maybe that one's a bit lemony, or maybe that one's a bit strawberry. But I think that was why I used to like eating them. See if the blue one tasted different to the yellow and.
No, man. It was the same. You couldn't decipher the flavour.
You never used to do that with Smarties though. Try and like eat Smarties and think, does this one taste a bit different?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Same thing.
There was only orange. That was the only different from it.
Yeah, the orange one does taste orangey, doesn't it?
Yeah, that was it.
So that used to make me try to think what the other ones would taste of, but they tasted the same.
But do you remember the taste of fresh coloured icing, like blue icing? You know that taste. And that's what I expected from that.
No, it wasn't like that. It was like freeze dried.
Yeah, if it was that.
Thank you.
Then I'll
just
be
used to get stuck in your teeth. But, it was just annoying.
So it was like eating gravel. It did. If you didn't eat them right, you had to have the technique that I described earlier. Otherwise, you're in trouble.
Exactly.
Using A&E.
Yeah.
Using the dentist or A&E otherwise.
They had a sharp tip as well. They're dangerous.
They did have a sharp tip.
That's the bit that
man.
your mouth. Yeah.
It's dangerous, man.
You bite the tip off. In that case, bite the tip off.
Are there instructions on the packet though? Does it tell you to eat them like that though? You're not gonna. You just
there's no instructions.
Bite the tip off so that you don't jab it. You don't get jabbed in the roof of your mouth with it.
But Stacks,
have to do that.
That just wasn't made for baby teeth.
No.
Milk teeth.
They're not. You're supposed to be eating biscuits if you got milk teeth anyway.
A lot of people do give them to kids though, innit? They do give them to kids, and
they're kids' biscuits. They're designed
Even
for
for
kids.
adult teeth.
When you're in your prime, my teeth are adult and they ain't handling them.
I had no problem with them.
Exactly.
I had no problem with them. My teeth are well strong.
Alligator teeth. Yeah.
What you giving party rings for a flavour score?
party rings, you know, when I was young, I wasn't a big fan of them.
They got left on the plate for me.
Yeah, yeah. You know that plate where you had sausage rolls,
Yeah.
fingers, then Viscount, Wagner Wheel, a couple crisps, and cocktail sausage. Those party rings are they're not included.
They're not getting touched.
You know, why are you coming to my party ring? You ain't here.
Exactly.
I didn't invite you. Sausage rolls, get them out. You're not invited. They weren't invited on my plate. Yeah, mate.
I swear all the kids thought the same because
They were not
I'm
allowed.
touching them.
They were not allowed on my plate.
You're like putting them on your finger.
Nah.
In it. Tell them about it, Chris.
Hula
Flipping
hoops.
out.
That's
These people
hula
don't know
hoop
how
time.
to party.
Look,
These people don't know how to. Now you have both, mate.
No,
Yeah,
party
both.
rings can't. When it's time to put rings on, it's hula hoops.
You're both. You had your cheese and pineapple in one hand and your hula hoop and your party
Oh,
ring.
no, allow cheese and pineapple now. Cheese and
that's
pineapple
good.
can
No,
go.
cheese and pineapple.
That was a massive selling point as well because Foxes made these biscuits, and when they went to whoever they went to try and launch them, they were like, they're not going to sell. How about putting a hole in them so kids can pick them up easier? And that's how the hole became. The hole became there, so kids could pick them up easier.
Yeah, but if anything's going around my finger, it's hula hoops, man. That's it.
Exactly,
Only
man. I'm sorry,
edible
Chris, man.
Thing on my finger.
Sorry to shatter your childhood, but
Sorry.
nah.
So my
Sorry,
score
man.
for the party rings in my childhood, it was a 1.
Let me
But
guess.
I love them now. I love them now.
What?
You got
Yeah,
one.
no, it's a 1. It's a 1.
I see your taste
But
has
I
changed
love
a bit.
them.
now.
I
Do you
love
like
them now. I actively buy them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Nice.
I
They're
buy
nice.
them.
The taste hasn't changed.
No,
That's a key thing.
For nostalgia, what are you buying them for?
I like them. That just, you know what? I was at a kid's party and they were there. Had them. I went, you know, these
After
are all
years,
right,
you
know.
tried one.
Yeah, I'm saying.
After all them years,
Yeah.
let me just try one of
Let me
these.
try one of these.
Hold on.
Yeah. And then I said, you know, mate, I'm buying them. They're good.
Okay, fair enough.
But mini ones. I won't buy the big ones. I'll buy the
both.
pack of the mini.
Do you remember as well, back
I'm
in the
good for
day,
both.
there was a brown and beige colour one that tasted of
Yes.
coffee. That
Yes,
one's
that was
that's
horrible.
discontinued. Now I like that one.
disgusting.
That was one of the
No.
first coffee
Yeah.
biscuits I liked.
I'm glad they got rid
Yeah.
of that. That's
got rid of that one.
nasty.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
wasn't a
what party
fan.
rings about.
That's not a party, is it? That's not a party.
That's
yeah?
not a party.
Coffee
No.
flavour one.
That's time to go to bed biscuit, man. That's,
Yeah.
that's not the right biscuit. But yeah, so has everyone had it within their schools on these?
Yeah,
We're
we're
done
done. We're done with them, mate. We're on the
Okay,
next.
done with it. All right, let's go into our next list of biscuits. The next biscuits on our list. Okay,
Go
so
on,
next
what you
biscuit, I said these biscuits.
Lunchbox classic.
Yeah, Lunchbox classics. Britain loves these biscuits, and they're different names in different countries. The first one we're gonna have here, and I love them. We all love them. You know, I don't know why it's called them. It doesn't taste of them, or I've never tried them anyway. And that's penguins.
Penguin.
Oh wow,
The advert
wow.
smashed it for them in the 80s, man.
Yeah,
Penguin.
there was a lot of penguin.
There's a lot of
adverts.
penguin adverts going on, isn't it? Yeah, everyone knew the adverts.
You know, penguins were really popular in the 80s, weren't they? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
like
They were.
you know, Batman's villain. You know, you saw them on in you just saw them on
Yeah.
wildlife stuff.
David Attenborough was always chatting
Yeah,
about them.
the
yeah.
biscuits.
Yeah,
you always
yeah.
saw a penguin. Always saw a penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the penguin, and that's up against another UK classic. These had an assortment of them. There's about
I'll tell you what, these had a lot of chocolate on your
on your
biscuit.
biscuit join
Join
up.
up.
Club,
No,
ladies and
that's
gentlemen.
what they
the
were.
Club biscuit.
Oh,
There's about 5 of them. Did they have about 5
wow.
different clubs?
They're about 5 different flavours, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
kind of liked them all. They were all alright. Apart from the
Yeah, but-
dark
yeah.
chocolate one. I weren't keen on the dark
I
chocolate
I didn't even know there was a dark
I
chocolate.
didn't
Yeah,
even know there was
It
one.
had the golf ball. It was the green with the golf ball. Do you remember the
Oh
package?
yeah, I
One had the
remember
golf.
that one.
That was the main
That
one.
not
That used
mint?
Was that not mint?
Wasn't that the
no,
mint
the
one?
mint had the 2 mint leaves on it.
The mint leaves. Yeah,
And then
you're
there
right,
was
you're right,
orange,
yeah.
had an orange and a leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
Raisin
grape,
one.
the raisin one that had the grapevine with the grapes on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the plain one? The milk chocolate had the deck of cards
Light
club.
blue, isn't it?
Just had the deck
Yeah,
of cards.
yeah,
club.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
They were the original ones. Yeah, I didn't like the golf ball one, man. It was dark chocolate.
Yeah, but because with Club, unlike the Viscounts, you did get it in the assortment. It wasn't a sorted pack, innit? You'd get one of each flavour.
Yeah, you
Sure,
could,
that's how
yeah,
Club came.
yeah, and I think you
Yeah.
could.
You could,
Or you could get
yeah.
them all one. But I
Yeah.
remember you could get that variety pack.
I think these days they're all one because
they're all one.
A lot of these ones we've spoken about, they are all back out now. Clubs are back out, trios are back out, but the clubs now, I only see them all orange, all mint, and they're the only two ones I see.
That's all I see.
Yeah.
So I would buy the fruit, or
I bought some orange ones today.
Again, they had a coffee one. Do you remember? It had a coffee cup and saucer on the thing. I don't know if you remember. Brown wrapper. Brown and gold. That one was alright, but I don't know why these coffee ones don't last long. I like coffee.
You know what it is? Like you do all these flavors, and you'll get a feedback on what sells and what doesn't. And if it don't
you're
sell,
gonna drop. Yeah, you're gonna drop the one that ain't making the
money. Kids ain't buying them, and adults
don't
want to buy a kid's biscuit. Like, they'll stick to. And
I think it was that TV jingle and the ads that done it for club as well. Everyone knew that song, and if you wanted
the chocolate on your biscuit,
join our club.
Yeah.
I love clubs, man. Clubs are big.
Another good deconstructive: bite all the chocolate off, break the biscuit, eat the filling, eat the biscuits.
Can do that.
What, the club?
Yeah.
And what was your favourite club?
I like the fruit. I like them all, apart from the golf ball one, the dark one. But yeah, probably orange or mint.
Blackcurrant for me.
Yeah, I like blackcurrant and orange.
Orange all the way. I said I bought a pack today.
I liked orange as well. I liked orange
as well. Okay, so stats? What you scoring the club on then?
The club.
Dunk and flavour.
Well, it's got to be high, isn't it, Stacks?
I don't dunk. It's got to be high. I mean, like I said, I bought one. I just had one.
So it's high.
It's got to be a 5.
If you still buy it,
of course, man. Don't dilly-dally and stuff.
Don't dilly-dally on the way. And just tell us all that you like a club biscuit. You just get on with it. Go on,
But Penguins are also great chocolate-covered bourbons.
Thank you. I was just about to say that.
Bourbons in disguise. Penguin biscuits. Bourbons in disguise.
Yeah, but I like bourbons, and now they're chocolate covered. So, and if when I go shopping, if I don't buy orange clubs, I buy
penguins.
Penguins.
So you got to like them too.
5.
Okay.
You can't not like a penguin.
Yeah. They're still going strong.
They're still going strong.
The penguins trick you, like, because of the wrappers and they're all different flavors. Would you still pick a particular color wrapper?
Yes.
Because for me, I don't pick up a green one for some reason.
I like red, blue.
Red and blue.
Yeah, red and blue.
They don't do that anymore. Well, the pack I get are all red. But back in the day when they used to be like
red and blue, green
colours. Again, I wanted the green to be mint. I wanted the orange to be orange. But they were still the same.
I always pick up the blue one.
I always red or blue packet. Yeah.
Red or blue for me.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. That's a
they used to trick us as kids.
Yeah, man.
Thinking they were different flavours.
And they've been going since 1932, and since day one, they've always had a penguin on the front. And do you remember they had a joke on the back if you lifted the flap up?
Yeah. Still there. The joke's still there.
Yeah, still there. They still got the jokes on the back.
Yeah, they still got the jokes.
I haven't had a penguin for a while.
So, Chris, do you know why they're called penguins? Why they're called penguins?
No, I ain't got a clue. Just always been penguins.
All right, so
I'll give them. They're a good dunker for me as well. I'll give them a 3 for dunking a penguin, and a 3 for flavour. Because to me, they are just a covered bourbon. They're a little bit boring compared to a club. Club, I'm going to give it a 5 for flavour because they got a selection of flavours. They're all okay, and again, they were good dunkers, man. So they're going to get a 4.
Okay, that's
that was good.
Yeah, Leroy, what are you saying?
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, I'm next up to bat, and I've got to say, with the penguins, when we used to have them at home, oh man, it was a luxury. It was a luxury biscuit back then. So penguins, I always used to look forward to them. I don't know, maybe it was the colourful wrappers, like you said, but man, oh my God, the penguins was just a lovely bourbon. A bourbon dressed in chocolate. Now, we come to the bad boy, the club. Think of the play centre. Think of the tuck shop. When you have your shrimps, your refreshers, your Space Raider, and you've got to put in that white bag a club. Done.
That's your chocolate biscuit fix.
And that is your tuck shop. You come out the tuck shop, they open the big wide screen so you can watch He-Man
And you got a club.
You got a club.
And I got my club. I'm eating my club and my tuck shop
You
goodies.
know what, actually, you reminded me because in secondary school, when you finish getting like your proper lunch, and you go to the till. That was where all the clubs were. So what you do, you tuck your hands into the club and pin it to the tray, and then they tot it all out, and then you just slide your way out with 2 clubs under each hand.
The club thief.
Stack's gonna get a big bill for clubs now.
You've been watching too much Grange Hill, mate.
The club thief is here. Damn.
Clubs, man.
Damn. So.
What's the scores, Leroy, for the pair?
Okay, so I forgot. So right, I'm gonna give Penguin a 4, and the Jacobs Club biscuit, I'm gonna give that a 5.
Yes. For what flavour?
Man,
What's the style?
flavor black,
Dry
the black currant one, or the orange.
Yeah. Okay.
But black currant first, and then if there was any greedy individuals that I didn't really want to share my club with, I'll get the mint flavour. Because you know they're worse than craving individuals.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, he's sitting next to me. Hold that. Do you want some mint flavoured club? Nothing.
Nah,
You're right.
Good for me. Good
Why
for
do you get the
me.
raisin one?
Isn't it? Damn. Okay, fair enough. In club, and I said, I was convinced that if I got a blue one or a red one, I'd be all right with the Penguins. But up against the club, and club, as you said, club has options. There's different flavors, but if I saw Penguins and clubs, it's probably a penguin. You know, there's something about the penguin. Like I'm more in a penguin mood than a club mood.
Oh, wow.
But that's just how it is for
quite
me.
chocolatey.
That's just, but I haven't had either of them in a while, and I haven't had a crave for them. If I, you know, they're the kind of things you soon see in the pound shop or whatever. And if I saw them both in the pound shop, I wouldn't pick them up. So
I wouldn't go for the club nowadays, funny enough.
So I'd probably
Go for the penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go for the penguin more than I would a club today. But back in the day, club was, man, top tier.
Yeah.
That's it.
But as a kid, clubs like the raisin one and the orange one, loved them. Lunchbox things. But as you were saying, like buying them, I wouldn't buy them separately. It was always something in a pack at home. Like I'm not spending money in my.
Because you're going to get that for lunch.
club.
You know you're going to get it in
There's other
lunch.
things there's other things I'm using my own cash
I'll buy a
for.
drifter instead.
I'm buying a drifter.
Oh, drifter.
I'm buying a Texan bar.
Wee.
A cabana or something.
I'm buying a cabana.
I ain't had
You know
a
what I mean?
drifter in so long.
I
That's
love
what I'm
drifters.
buying.
That was a good toffee wafer bar.
That's
Very
what I was
chocolatey.
talking about. Yeah, when you're talking about
Drifter.
wafers, Drifter.
Yeah.
Drifter was big.
Man, I'm going to get one tomorrow.
I can't find them.
Nostalgia.
Cannot find them anywhere.
Drifter felt like it's like the Dr. Pepper of chocolate. Do you know what I mean? It's like the Dr. Pepper of chocolate. It had that Dr. Pepper taste for me but a chocolate. I don't know that taste.
Yeah.
But it's a big taste of Drifter.
Have you not seen them recently? I've been looking for drifters.
Nah,
I can't
ain't seen
find them.
about.
Drifters.
No,
I ain't seen
cannot
Drifter in
find
a
them.
long time.
I
Drifter
think
was a
they've
long
phased out, man.
But yeah, so I'm gonna give Penguins. I'm gonna give Penguins from my childhood. I'm gonna give Penguins a 4, and I'm gonna give Clubs. I'm gonna give Clubs a. I'm fond of them. I'm gonna give them a 3 though.
Okay, fair enough.
Scores?
3-4, Penguin and Club. We've got one more selection of biscuits, girls and guys, for you all. And you probably these ones you're probably thinking, how comes I ain't mentioned these? You know, earlier on I said yes, you know, Britain loves these 2 biscuits. But this list has been a real like top 10 of 10s, like the goats of biscuits. Not to say the last one didn't have, but these ones roll off the tongue. They're in every household. And you know, everybody has these, you know. They are good. And they're just simple. And that's the custard creams.
Oh,
Classic.
the
It's a
horns.
classic.
Where are the horns for the custard cream?
Custard creams. But,
Don't last long.
but with every great biscuit, there's always a rival. There's a
The
rival.
Clash of the Titans.
There's a Clash of the Titans. And this one said, we're going to have your star, but add something and make our shape different. And bring out different ones with sugar on top, with grooves around it. And that is the Jammy Dodgers.
Oh, wee.
Another great one, isn't it?
Feel that ripple effect.
Oh no, this is the Clash of the Titans of biscuits.
Two
Boy.
sandwich
And-
biscuits.
It is.
And what I love about the Jammy Dodgers, though, it was like how superhero films are made now. You know, there's been so many different Batmans and there's so many different outfits. This is how the Jammy Dodger is been coming out. So many different looks.
Yeah.
In the 70s, ain't the like, you know, the look now is like the hearts on it and like a heart shape jammy. Remember back in the day, it was like a sugary jam, and it was a round biscuit and it had these like
little
grooves.
slices.
Lines
Yeah.
and
I
like
think you can
shell
still get
looking.
them, you know.
They just change their looks in different disguises sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a spin-off that had a smiley face. Do you remember the smiley face
Yes.
one? Them ones were good because the jam went further to the edge.
Yes.
Whereas the Jammy Dodger, sometimes it was just in the centre and you weren't getting your,
What I
your
mean.
full jammy. But
Yeah.
I like the
And
smiley face
Yeah,
one.
they came in so many different disguises, but it still had that unforgettable taste
Same
and that
taste.
same unforgettable pleasure that a Jammy Dodger brings. You know what I mean? A classic 80s
It's a
biscuit.
classic. It's
But
a classic.
it's up against the simple crusted creams.
Named after Roger the Dodger.
Is it?
Yeah, from
Was
the
it?
Beano. Yeah, they were named. The
You're
Jammy
joking.
Dodger is
Jammy
named
Dodger.
after. Yeah. Back in
Jammy Dodger.
over 60 years ago when they first made them. Burton's Food. Burton's another good one. They make good biscuits,
Yeah,
good crisps.
They do.
And yeah, they named it after Roger the Dodger from the Beano.
So do you know what came out first? Custard cream on the Jammy Dodger?
Custard cream, man. That's been out since the turn of the century. 1908 that came out.
BC in it.
Yeah, that's that. The design of it, that
Egyptians
pattern is Victorian ferns. Back in the Queen Victoria days, she liked ferns and everything. It was fashionable to have that fern design in anything,
Right.
you know, railings, crests, or whatever. And that is where that design come from. It's a Victorian fern because it was a Victorian era biscuit.
Okay.
I just love because it's like the Adidas Gazelle biscuit. It's just simple, but everybody loves them. Do you know what I mean? It's a classic biscuit.
It is a classic biscuit.
It's only now they've started messing around with the fillings now, isn't there? There's different flavours.
Yeah.
It was just the normal back in the day. It was a custard cream.
It's true.
Now there's a few different flavours, and I've noticed
That's
bourbons have got. There's a mix between you can get a bourbon with custard cream filling in it now. That weren't, you know, I don't know. They're just
They're kind of messing around.
messing
You know,
around. with them.
you know what they're doing these days? They're messing around very. Just so I like Steve Stacks. Oh, sorry, Stacks.
Government name.
And understand it. And understand it.
Understand it.
You know, no. No, you know, like how Stacks said about the Jaffa cakes shouldn't be touched. They should be just Jaffa cakes, and we're saying no. It's that same
It's
thing.
the same, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They shouldn't be messed with.
Shouldn't be messed with. But hey, new generations want different tastes. So guys, Leroy, what are you saying on the custard cream, man?
Oh, the custard cream. Back in the day, I'm talking, when it was in the blue packet. I forgot who used to make it back then. Oh, my days. Yeah, the custard cream, man, it was a top tier biscuit.
Did you dunk them?
Now and again, I've done a Chris. Now and again, I did.
They
I
were
did.
wicked dunkers.
Oh, man, I used to deconstruct them.
Yeah.
No, that was a biscuit I
Eat the
used to
filling.
do a lot of things to. So, Chris, me and you.
Okay, we don't want to know about that. We don't want to know about your biscuit
it.
experiences.
Think of it. This is a 7 to 8 year old mind, not an adult mind.
I don't know.
Out there. Not far out.
You got to
Please,
start somewhere.
Please. Please. My mind wasn't warped at 7 and 8.
All right, go with your biscuit fetish.
Yeah,
go.
anyway, as I was saying, I love the custard cream, and the custard cream was such a top tier biscuit, man. Man, and I confess to my aunts, grands, and granddads, and everyone, because I used to go in the biscuit tin and I used to steal a lot of biscuits.
A lot of biscuits.
So it was me,
Yeah.
family. It was me.
Confessions.
You used to wonder where all the biscuits have gone. It was me.
The
Even when you were
confessions
sleeping.
podcast. You know what I mean? You damn thief.
It was me, family.
You
Yes.
damn thief.
So,
Yeah, so what are you saying on dunkability then? What are you scoring?
dunkability. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3, man, because I used to dunk. I used to dunk the custard cream.
Yeah.
Free.
Okay.
And
Flavour.
5.
5 for flavour.
5 plus
I think I
5.
can see where this is going with the custard creams, you know.
5 for flavour.
custard-
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
3 and a 5.
So what are you saying on the old jammy Dodgers? The jammy Dodgers.
Well,
yeah.
for the jammy Dodger tonight, Matthew, I'm going to play
Jam.
the part of. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to play the part of the Hooded Claw from Penelope Pitstop.
Okay.
Because I could not stand. Well, forget the Anthill mob. Forget them.
All right, dum dum.
Those midgets.
Go on. Go.
Yeah. So for me, the jammy Dodger. Man, I wasn't satisfied. As Chris mentioned earlier, there wasn't enough jam in the fillet.
A bit stingy
There was
sometimes.
Man, sometimes it would like be a dry mouth biscuit, and then sometimes it might be tough in the middle. So sorry.
It
The
does have the
Hooded Claw.
potential to be the dry mouth biscuit.
Okay. But when it was right, was it good?
It was, but you had to catch it, man. It wasn't like
That's a right
consistent.
one.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah, I
consistent.
agree
It was
with
a
that.
dry mouth.
Yeah.
Sometimes I used to choke.
Oh my god, that's not child friendly at all.
No. Remember, I'm 6 to 7 to 8 years of age.
No, that's what I mean. They weren't child friendly for you, those biscuits. Then
No, they
you,
weren't,
you,
man.
you never got the right pack because
Never.
when they yeah,
They were
yeah.
right. They were right.
Never right. Never
Yeah,
right.
I'm sorry, man, but
All right,
for me,
fair enough.
jammy Dodgers were dodgy for me.
You
man.
giving
Sorry.
them any dunkability rating?
So no, Hooded Claw 0, and
Flavour.
Hooded Claw. I'll give them 1
1. Whew.
for the jammy Dodger,
Mm.
and I ain't sorry.
I know you're not. I know you're not.
That's what you said for the custard creams and.
Well, you know what? Back in the day, custard creams and jammy Dodgers were a staple.
They were staple.
like- they were always around. And you know, I didn't really like custard creams too tough. But when you start getting into them, or let me repeat that, when there's nothing else to
I was just
eat,
about to say
there's
that.
no other biscuits.
Did you have that biscuit tin where you just had the assortment just put in a tin
Everything's
and
piled
all
in.
around each other,
Nah,
and they're waiting
you
to
know
be
what?
picked?
Bottom.
And there's a
Yeah.
certain
Yeah.
biscuit that just doesn't get picked,
Yeah, ends up at the bottom.
and that's where you discover a biscuit you like.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
We'd have a selection of biscuits, and then one pack will finish. The favorite pack will finish, and it's like, okay, we're just down to these two now. And it might well be between the jammy Dodger and the custard
cream.
It's digestive, chocolate digestives, jammy Dodgers, custard creams, and yeah, what do you
Which
got?
one
to
you
custard
going for?
creams? I think I prefer jammy Dodger, so I'm going to give them a 3
For what? For
Custard.
flavour.
for flavour.
No
And
dunking.
I used
no
to like
dunking.
jam. I used to like jam back then as well. I don't really like jam anymore.
Jam.
Give them a 3.
Whoa, jam.
Ain't too much jam.
Jam. I can't take too much. I can't take it ain't I'm not
Jam.
I
Um,
don't know what he's saying.
custard creams. When it's last resort biscuit, and you're stuck with a custard cream, they're not that bad. You start
They're
to
not
get
that
into
bad.
them, and then
Not
like
that
you
bad.
say,
Last resort.
yeah, mate.
Last
You know-
resort. The custard cream.
But they're
Look,
fun.
look,
They're
before
fun.
anything, Stax is going through chocolate variety, and then he'll see what's around.
Yeah, chocolate varieties.
Hobnob varieties.
Okay, all right, fair enough. But say like those biscuits that you've mentioned are not
Mate.
in there.
It's between custard cream and the niece.
Ooh,
And I-
They're the
And
last
put it
two.
in that
They're the
category.
last two. They're the last two.
Ooh.
Throw in a rich tea in that as well.
Ooh, you're putting it in that category.
Yeah. I have to. The only difference being there's more moisture and it's more fun because you can deconstruct.
Man,
You can deconstruct because the custard bit in the middle, the moisture to
It's
it,
fun.
isn't it?
Yeah,
That-
that's the fun.
that-
Other than that, it's
Stick of
a
the
dry
dump
mouth
review.
biscuit.
It's the
Yeah,
fun.
man.
It's the fun.
that's
You know?
the stick of the dump.
The fillings in the fun.
The only other fun thing I could do with it is bite the corners off and make it into a diamond. You know, you had the
Hey,
diamond
yeah.
bit inside it.
In a diamond.
Yeah. So I'd bite it into a diamond and I'd be like, yeah.
Making
That-
shapes.
You're sounding like Oscar the Grouch here.
Oh shit!
You're sounding like Oscar the Grouch.
Well.
you know,
So what's your
Wow.
score for its fun factor and for flavour?
I'm gonna give it a 2. That's generous.
Wow.
And you don't dunk this one? No dunking?
I did used to dunk it.
It's a dunker.
That is.
I'll give it a 1 for a dunk.
One for a dunk.
One for a dunk.
Custard creams, they're legendary.
I know they are
Custard
legendary,
cream.
and I've eaten loads of them, but they're just not.
I think it was that biscuit. You know that biscuit. You know the biscuit that gets last. You remember? You
And
ever
it's
see
soft.
like? Yeah, it's soft, and there's remnants of other biscuits
Other
on
biscuits.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stuck to it.
That's not good.
And it's like,
good.
nah,
It's starting
you
to go stale, so it's
disrespected
going
me.
soft. It's like,
Oh, that's the worst.
It's like they all spat on it before they left the tin.
Yeah,
Fuck you. You stay there. Yeah, fuck you.
use the dirt of the biscuit barrel.
Respect that
You're
biscuit.
hilarious.
Disrespect.
The bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Only hunger that will get you to eat.
Yeah, only hunger will suffice in that scenario because they got disrespected. You tasting bourbon, hobnob, even pink wafer disrespect them.
Yeah.
Like all biscuits are just on them,
Left its dust on it. It's pink dust on it.
mate. So sorry, what's the score? Who's scoring next?
I'll go next then. So yeah,
Yeah.
these two are both Michael Jordans of biscuits, man. They're both wicked
Ooh.
dunkers, man.
Thank you.
The big
Custard creams, yeah. I'm gonna go big on these. Taste wise, they're a classic. I don't eat them too much now because they are super sweet. But back in the days, I would pick a custard cream over a lot of other biscuits. They were
Of course.
they were good. So I'm gonna go 4 and a 4. Dunkin' and flavour 4
Wow.
and a 4.
Wow.
And Jammy Dodgers ain't far behind, but they were stingy sometimes with the jam, and I wanted more of the jam because that was the fun bit, and you couldn't pull them apart because they would just break. They were stuck
Yeah,
together.
you ain't putting.
And they would annoy me that I
That's what I'm
couldn't
saying.
pull them apart.
Yeah.
So, but they tasted wicked. So I'm going to give them a 3 and a 3.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you saying, D?
Okay. Jammy Dodgers, as I said, they went through different
Design stages.
from like Adam West to Robert Pattinson, like Batman. They changed their look and their disguise. It's still the same thing. Yeah. So for me, they've finally come to the Christian Bale versions. You know the ones in the red packet. It says Jammy
Yeah.
Dodgers in yellow.
In like a tray.
I think they're the ones that they're
Yes,
the ones.
thank you.
They're the ones.
Thank you.
Mm.
They're the ones.
They're the ones. They are good biscuits. Again, they're not top of my list when I'm thinking of biscuits, but I understand.
Oh, there it is.
why they're here, and why they're in this list. Because they are classics. They are classics. They're not a biscuit. Someone, I said in the last podcast, someone gave me them on a tray with a tea, let's say, whatever. I'm eating them. Jammy Dodgers. So, Jammy Dodgers, I'm giving them a 5 because they're classic. They're
Yeah, but hold
Jammy
on.
Dodgers.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
God.
You're talking about the Christian Bell. They brought it to Christian Bell. I'm
Yeah.
talking about when they were Adam West.
Okay. When they were Adam, yeah. Okay, yeah. As I said, they're classic biscuits. When they were Adam West, I did like them. They weren't the last biscuits, but they weren't my greatest.
Right.
So I'm still for Adam West time. I'm giving them a 4. Now I'm giving them a 5. So I do like. them.
Wow. Even back then.
Yeah.
Adam
yeah,
West.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Let's go to the 1949 version.
I do like
in black and white.
the matinee version.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, just a side note. That was a whack Batman back in the days.
He literally had a big black bat on his chest, didn't it?
Yeah.
Mm. Anyway, custard creams. You know what? They were the biscuits.
Drum roll,
that-
please.
They were the biscuits that were left at the end.
Oh.
What?
They were the biscuits left at the end, and I don't know why, but because I think there were so many stars, not because they were cat. There was just too many better biscuits.
There's too many.
It's not because they were cat.
Okay,
So they had their own taste. They were like,
but
Yeah,
custard
but-
creams were rivaling bourbons. You would buy them, wouldn't you?
They weren't rivaling bourbons at all. Bourbons get smashed before custard.
In
cream.
your world,
and I would pick that. I would pick that over
Not-
a bourbon.
not in my world. Yeah,
So I'm
custard
not
creams
great with chocolate.
were better than bourbons for me.
Yeah,
They
that's
were
what I'm
better.
saying. Like they were better. So
Yeah.
why would we rank them so low?
Because they just
Why
weren't,
we?
just
Why are
weren't.
we ranking custard creams? Custard creams.
They're just,
you know?
for me, this weren't.
They're
the
not going to
biscuit.
rank.
They
They're going to be
weren't-
up there because they got a good. We've all pretty
No,
much
I'm
done
fighting.
both.
But
Leroy,
don't get me wrong.
Remember what
I
you said
do like
earlier
them.
when people said that your biscuit choosing is suspect.
There you go.
It's all
What
coming
do they
to
know?
it's coming out
Exhibit A.
again.
It's only about 4 chat groups that said that.
You know what I mean? Come on, man. The biscuit, man.
So flavour-wise, then, Steve, what first custard?
Flavour. What for custard? I like the flavour. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say four. But they're classic biscuits. I do like.
Yeah, that's the.
do like
Thank you, Darren.
I do like
Thank
them. I
you.
do like them. Come on, I do like them.
But in the biscuit world, back then, remember back then,
Back then, they were. If there's a packet of custard creams and jammy Dodgers back then, I'm probably saying a custard cream.
thank you.
I'm going Jabby Dodgers back then.
You know, I probably
No,
am.
custard creams wins hands down.
Custard creams are good, but I did realise in my household, them and Bourbons are the ones that went soft.
Bourbons didn't even have time to go soft in my house.
Thank you. I didn't give it a chance.
Bourbons didn't even have time.
Not in my mate's house. Not in my family member's house.
They did a bit in mine. Yeah, chocolate
When
one.
they came out, they were getting
I'm
back.
confessing.
Nah, they weren't good. What's wrong, Bourbon? You're looking soft. That's what I'll say in my tin. They weren't a happy biscuit in my tin. No one wanted them. They were lonely biscuits.
Wow.
No, not in my household. Not in my mate's household. Not in my family's household.
So you see all the biscuits that we've talked about in these past 2 podcasts. You've all had them in your biscuit tins, right? All had them in your biscuit.
Yeah.
pretty
So thinking about all these biscuits, what has been? I know we're going to get the scores and stuff, but what has been the most prominent biscuit out of all those biscuits for you guys? Which one has entered your house and mouth more of all these biscuits?
I would say, just thinking about it, I think the penguin. I think the penguin.
That's a tough question, you know.
It's tough. It's tough.
I mean, I think if I was to, it would be between.
Yeah.
It would be digestives, but probably not chocolate ones.
Yeah.
Penguins,
Yeah.
and either Bourbons or custard creams.
Custard
My
creams and
family-
Bourbons,
creams
yeah.
for me,
I think
yeah,
Bourbons
custard
and
creams.
custard creams was in the household. I think in
not-
many households
Mm.
across the UK.
Yeah. Chris is about to give the score for the 6 that we pit against each other, and we're going to have an eventual winner. This is based on what we said, ladies and gentlemen, not based on what we think is the best. It's how we've scored them. Some of them didn't get scores on dunks, but that's just the way it is. That's just how this scoring is. So don't be mad, because some of them we might be surprised with the end result. But Chris is the biscuit connoisseur, so I think Chris will be the most disappointed if his one isn't in at least the top 2. All right, so Chris has added up the scores on our Biscuits Part 2 podcast on biscuits. Remember, guys, in America, biscuits are something we have with tea, not with gravy. Okay. So, Chris, what is at the bottom of the barrel?
Reverse
Bottom of
order.
the
At
barrel,
number
bottom of
12
the barrel
is
now.
the mouthful of gravel, which was the ice gems. Number 12.
The ice gems. Okay, I expect that. I expect the ice gems to be
They're
the
last.
last. Yep.
At 11, we got the tea cakes. At number 10, blue ribbon, closely
Okay.
followed by the breakaway at number 9. Number 8, party rings. I was expecting them
Okay.
to be up there, but
Okay,
number
fair
8,
enough.
party rings. Number 7, pink wafer. You'll be happy to know.
Hooray! Get in, son.
Number 6, jammy dodgers. One of my favourites, trio, at number 5.
Okay.
Yes.
Jaffa Cakes come in at 4, and the top 3, Penguin at number 3, Club at number 2, and Custard Cream at number 1. As that a classic, top classic.
Yes, get in, son.
What? Custard cream managed to get to number 1?
That's it,
No
Oscar.
way.
Okay. Okay, because it's
Yes,
flavour.
custard
It's
creams.
they're just basic and they just work.
And they got some alright dunking points.
Yeah.
Listen, custard creams. Everyone up and down the land in the UK will all agree that custard creams has visited their home throughout the 80s. Thank you, custard creams. So, Darren, let me ask you, Mr. Understand.
Yeah.
Are we going to be blessed with a part 3?
There's still some more. Yeah.
We will be, because there's so many biscuits in this world.
Yeah, fig rolls.
Ugh, fig rolls.
Fig rolls are alright. Chocolate fingers.
So many lovely flavors. Exactly. There's so much more to go through that we'll be giving you a part said Return of the Jedi. We'll be back with a part 3 of the Biscuits podcast.
There's still some classic lunchbox ones we can go
Hey,
through.
a fig roll is a classic old biscuit, you know. Classic old
Big
biscuit.
rolls. No, that was old.
That's
for old
old
people.
school. Yeah. Proper.
Yeah, man.
But they ain't bad.
Nah.
They ain't bad. I used to eat
They-
them. I used to eat them.
Big rolls were around crucifixion of Christ. Sorry. They were disgusting
They
biscuits.
help you go. Have a fig roll. Helps you go to the toilet.
Help go, you a fig roll. A fig roll before you go to the toilet.
Exactly.
Little lavatory.
All right, you're all right.
You're right.
Have a fig roll. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So in part 3, we're talking about fig rolls and a whole load of more biscuits for you guys, because custard creams are in the lead so far. I hope you like all the biscuits we've been talking about. It's made us want to buy these biscuits, and I hope it does for you guys too. McVitie's, you need to listen to this podcast and
Yeah.
Thank you.
talk to us.
Sponsor us.
You know,
And
mate,
Jacobs.
All of them
Jacobs
manufacturers.
and all those old school biscuits. So
Yeah.
yeah, the biscuits are the one, you know. So yeah, I've been Mr. Lucas.
I'm Chris.
I'm Stats.
And Leroy. Remember my name, fame.
Without the corn rolls.
More like fig rolls.
Oh.
Till next time.
Peace, everyone.
Peace, guys.
Those were the days I remember.